This post has been created by BigRack_Brubama, on the sub-memes.
AJ_Adler, says, this should be in a condom Adamau.
Hey Xbox Recordnet, says, that sentence got me thinking of, better to come in the sink than sink in the cum.
Karthan Nataraja 23, says, see that's why kids, you should always use the love glove.
Hi 3283, says, the real crime is the font.
Phone 537, says, it was on the day Billy got disowned and put out on the street almost immediately.
1701 6, remember kids, always use a condom.
Stobwanav, says, part 5 in a nutshell.
Tyler_Jonathan, says, a 9gag link shared on Facebook and you post this here, you truly are the lowest scum in history. Rookie Memmer, says, fuck yeah.
Gameboy, says, when the nut is smarter than you we don't mind it.
This post has been created by Predisappoint, on the sub-memes.
DMR97AK, says, kaboom.
Git-good-mos, 6, by yet did you mean not so cozy fireplace?
Mbater, says, humanity would step into a new technological age when they invent a PC powerful enough to withstand this. Hazix Week, says, that hell you walking into?
Kamikro57, says, when you fill an area with redstone blocks and then switch that area with TNT with commands, all the TNT is lighted at the same time.
20 words max, says, turns into a jet. The one I used to have turned into a volcano.
Nemesis 233, says, Mumbo I see you're a man of culture as well.
The Gentlemanist, says, I used to game next to a massive lead wall. How else am I supposed to survive the fallout of my tower detonating, when I load with any craft bigger than 2 parts in KSP?
Penguin 237, says, contact.
Haley the Pothead, says, me sees Minecraft TNT oni also me oh no oh no 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 oh no oh no oh no 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 don't you dare do it ITLL explode.
This post has been created by Elliot_ZX, on the sub-memes.
Giapadilla 23, says, people really out here joining with their cam and mic on. It asks you before you join the call.
M-2004, 6, later you check it 3 times. I make random sound to make sure they can't hear me and put no cards on my camera.
Curious Owner, says, laughs in Google Meets.
Big Guy 4x5, says, see you in hot.
Dodo 1169, says, those are Google Meet mute and video icons, those logos have been burnt into my brain.
The Mighty Senate, says, as soon as I'm muted the fastest on Reddit in the West.
Shadow Speed 737, says, I disable my video and my microphone in my default settings also, I connect a virtual microphone just in case the host unmutes me. Backup plans for my backup plans.
D4 Ilian, says, why does the revolver have 2 holes?
My Cenox, says, so you can't choose it to do so automatically.
Ra3E9and4, says, I disable my laptop's camera and turn mute my microphone when joining a meeting to on.
This post has been created by just_a_random_simp, on the sub-memes.
Soviet Stalin 67, 6, Xbox 360 was a sad time. Modern Warfare campaigns were new. Friends disappeared in less than an hour. The world has never been the same since.
Boo_boo_buoy, says, I always wonder what happened to them. Did they die? Did they break their console? Did they sell it? I wonder to this day.
Shahanv, says, plot twist Hess still eating dinner.
Shower_and_the_shit, says, sometimes I think about what happened to those guys, and whether they still think of the good times we had together. Even if they don't, I sure do.
Kulasi0, says, when our mama sang us to sleep but now we're stressed out.
Pagoda Mugo, says, I've never had this happen to me but it could be around the corner and it worries me.
Tom_Mocha, says, this just made me sad.
Dinorex04, 6, I may not veo online anymore, but if you say this, Red Smuffin, I am here my comrade.
Just says, I used to play with my friends all the time on Minecraft and I loved it, but now I have no one to play with and am building alone.
Xholding_on_to_you, says, when our mamas sang us to sleep but now we're stressed out. Josh violently banging drums in background.
This post has been created by death_by_a_squid, on the sub-memes.
sh4da_z, says, Just so everyone knows, the guy that searched the pet named Steve thing was Markiplier.
Elite Lapin says, as a German I have to admit that invading Poland and France happened more often than I'd like to.
Teddy says, yeah. Percy Jackson Book 1 Chapter 1.
Lizard Senpai says, I hate when I pee.
Plasma Coon says, I accidentally.
Yes, I think he will, says, I've done that last one before, would recommend to those of you who haven't.
Karthanataraja 23 says, wait a minute, how do you out Pizza the Hut and poor Poland SMH?
FRXGMNTS says, all this shit here nothing about an accidental Spanish Inquisition. Real cool meme though op.
Des-by-a-skid, says, credit to myself for making this meme.
The Lego Glade says, Wheeze 1.
This post has been created by God Off Devil, on the sub-memes. Sickdoggo says, cancer is bad.
De-van-1-14, says, being you have a rare type of African brain disease which slowly eats away at the brain and assassin mortality rate.
Bunny Jenkins says, my wife has a disease, and not only is this meme familiar to us, it is exactly what our doctor told us everything on Google leads to cancer.
Dora Evan for Cliffborough says, did you mean WebMD? Yigitayas 262 says, Bing if your brain gone also your brain tumor will gone.
Get is shady says, guy feel this LOL.
Kodaman says, Bing would have fit better.
Kachi says, but this is worser.
Alex of the Earth says, it's suicide but it is definitely cancer, no doubt whatsoever.
Stupid Bilal says, but cancer is worse but it is Hank's God it's not headache vs headache is bad.
This post has been created by Exa-X, on the submemes.
Kusho18 says, this reminds me that I need to study for my exam tomorrow lol.
Ugly Satan says, later is good but it can be never.
Awesome Blacks says, ill drink to that.
Mama's Lil Boy says, dark mode friendly. Anyway, isn't that the guy who acted as Javier Pena in Narcos?
Just Camille says, you should study to the test after you take it. _espark_ says, just want to ask is this Pedro Pascal?
Nilzon says, I have the university admission test today and, after studying 3 whole months, I'm still nervous as fuck. See?
Frostbite_RZN says, which movie series is this from? Duckyboy9 says, this is Miaran.
Realist Sample 3 says, when you need to wake up for online class. This post has been created by It's Pillo Fortime, on the submemes.
More holes than normal says, in a spaceship.
Ugly Walrus 69 says, yes, in a spaceship.
Longshanley says, France.
Wibredrings says, they had us in the first 4/5 not gonna lie.
L_Dragneil says, Elon Musk builds spaceships for SpaceX.
Creeper Trains says, in Mars, Pennsylvania.
Cosmic Fury 100 says, I'm very sorry for being annoying but oh god the spelling why.
Normal Prime 11226 says, Softship.
Quackatac 420 says, Sasasipe.
Why are you running? Says, in VR.
This post has been created by I the Boss, on the submemes.
Croatian Kiwi 73 says, maybe you should ask your mum.
Adventurous-sound-26 says, what if A is gay?
That Kirby says, there is nothing better than being trash talked and called a hacker after a pro gamer moment.
Urmomlol 694 says, why can't I hear this?
8869420 meme says, here's a power move become gay so then it won't affect you.
Degendubori says, totally relatable.
OK-web-4127 says, you get called gay or another word that starts with N. I'm just saying I've been called that a lot when I kill someone on code.
Retro Sprite says, me I thought you wanted to keep our relationship a secret.
Jmundi 16 says, Kowalski, report.
That _dumb_warlock says, you fool, I'm bi.
This post has been created by Walmart_kid65, on the submemes.
Electric Toaster 67 says, Taiwanese or Hong Kongers oh no. Anyway.
Blitzer Soul 6, Imatridis
Smiley_33 says, does this also work on Twitch?
SB_990 says, gonna spam that whenever they talk shit with anyone.
Rebel Yellow 01 says, did this but NVC on Foxhole, everybody on my team in the immediate vicinity froze and disconnected. Give Cheesecake Pulse says, June 4th Tiananmen Square Massacre.
Coffee Sorcerer 69 says, they actually kill people for having that information. Foreigners 2, the ham of all hams, says, so is this how I beat XXXXXX?
Makaki K007 says, can someone make with Thanos snap meme? I have no enough karma.
Addicted Topics says, why would their internet get cut out by the CCP again?